Hey everyone, and welcome in my Lightroom. In this session we're going to see how I created this picture into this. What we're going to do is we're going to brighten the exposure a bit because the darks are really dark. I put some contrast in that, but not too much because I want to bring back all my highlights. Put the shadows up. Those are some basic corrections. Let's see how much more whites we can get back from those shadows there. I'll put it down a bit. The blacks, I might want to put this later, but for now I'm okay. Let's put some clarity in there, see where that leads us. It outlines beautifully the lines around their heads. I think that's really nice. It also creates some detail in those other areas. I don't want too much detail in there because I want the focus to be on them, but it's so blurry that it's fine for now. Let's see what the dehaze is doing. I like some, don't like too much. I'm not super liking the color here. I put it at maybe 10 or something. The curves for now, I'll leave as it is and I come back later. Let's see what happens if I put some more of that golden hour tone in there. I see it mainly in more in the shadow areas or more in the areas behind them. A little bit in the sun flare as well. I kind of like that. So I might as well put that up, maybe just a tad less. Because we brought some clarity in there, I'll zoom in for you. We have some grain, but because it is shot at ISO 320, not much. I do like to play around with the luminance slider. It just cleans it up a little bit. From here I press Option to take the masking tool. I click on that now and you will see that my screen gets black and white. And then I adjust the detail. So again, with the zoomed out picture, I press Option. And this detail I like most. I'll see what enabling lens correction does. It gives that vignetting. I think both work. Let's see what the vignetting does. And before I start touching calibration, I want to check what happens if I put that golden hour look into there, that yellow orange golden hour look. And I think this really works. I think it's really nice. It gets a little bit greenish. There's some green tints in there. I don't know if you see that. It's also just some, and that's why I want to play around with my golden hour slider here. That makes it pop. And I really think this is something likable. Even more, this may be a little bit too much. So then I'll start around playing with the vibrant slider there. I think they're a bit too dark, so I'll brighten it up. And last but not least, I like to create a mask, a radial mask, to set them apart from the rest. And from here I touch my apostrophe button left from my backspace, which inverts everything. You can also go to the gradient and from there type the options and go to invert mask. But I like to use the shortcut apostrophe for that. And then you can darken that a bit more to lead more towards them. I cut it out just a tad so that they're on that horizontal 1/3 line. Click enter and we have a beautiful image. And if this is something you like, the preset is in the description.